Is anybody actually without water? Did everybody come
I
prepared?
do have extra water.
I would say over the past 20 years, Chattanooga has had a real intentional push to build more trail, a diversity of trails for all users.
We have 175 miles of mountain bike accessible trail within 30 minutes of downtown Chattanooga. We are so lucky. We, as an organization, help steward 100 miles of those trails. That's a lot. And to only fall on the backs of volunteers and one paid staff who does mostly the admin work, we're still really dependent on volunteers to carry that load for us. So how can we equip them so they feel knowledgeable and confident to be able to address issues and or notify us when they see stuff out on the trails?
My overall hope is that we have had so much time, energy, sweat equity, a lot of sweat into building these systems, that we have the same amount of commitment from our community to take care of them.
This weekend is a really great opportunity to break bread with others, work in community, in collaboration with each other to care for this space that we all love.
We want to think about cyclical maintenance and what does that look like and who can we involve in that process?
One, it helps us get that regular and intentional drainage that we want, so when there is a dip in the trail, it's a good time to have the trail outsoak to shed water.
Our organization has worked closely with 11 different land managers across 13 different trail systems. One of those important partners is Hamilton County Parks and Rec. They have just invested in their first ever trails manager.
First ever for Hamilton County. Yay, go Hamilton County!
Which is awesome to see that they're prioritizing trail as infrastructure, thinking about long-term maintenance of that.
There's never been a specific point person as a staff focused on trails, and I think it just shows in a positive way a real maturing of a trail program.
As this opportunity became available with this IMBA Trail Care Workshop, Brenna being, yes, let's do it here. And let's pick Enterprise South, let's work on a trail that's kind of fallen to the wayside a little bit.
This trail workshop here is great because we can take folks from around the community, not only have them learn the fundamentals, but actually physically go to the trails and participate in building or maintaining those trails, understanding what it takes to do that.
On top of each other, because we're going to be working on these smaller little stations.
I've been volunteering at events for years, going out when we have like a day at Raccoon or something like that. And Sunshine asked me to join the board. I've learned a lot from a lot of our veteran volunteers and people who have been doing it for years and years. They've taken me under their wing and taught me a lot, and then learning a lot this weekend. Just honestly night and day from showing up yesterday morning at 9 a.m. to when we finished by the end of today.
Very churny. We're in the churny south here, so that would get all these organic, for all your art.
I think it's also important that they see mountain biking as a community partner and how we work together. And so being out here with the group, showing that we're professionalizing the work that we do as a community and that we also really care to take care of the things that we've built, I think that's an important message for everybody.
I was listening to everything Joey was saying with the safety talk. Okay, I want to mimic that safety talk when we have a trail day.
One of our goals is creating trail crew leads. So when we are offering our volunteer trail work parties, we have folks qualified to take a small group of people and go accomplish a project on the trail system.
Applying this and the volunteers we're building here to be able to scale our volunteer efforts. So that way we can go beyond just a volunteer day out, one Saturday a month. We can have these experts now going out and leading small crews and hitting all the tough areas for that.
We didn't have to take out any trees, but so here we are here, and the first step was the leaves come off the side.
There are a lot of technical aspects to sustainable trails that are really important, but the number one thing I think that contributes to sustainable trails is a motivated and passionate volunteer force in a community. It's the people that keep the trail sustainable. There are no perfect trails, they're all just maintainable. So when you have that strong community, that is what is going to keep those trails rideable over time.
I'm a trail runner historically, so I haven't worked on mountain bike trails a whole lot before. It's been mostly footpath only trails, so it was a really cool opportunity to be able to learn from literally the best. And it makes you least it makes me feel more appreciative of what's here. These trails don't just appear here, even though a lot of people kind of treat it like it's a foregone conclusion.
I also want to make sure that we're catering to anybody and everybody, not just mountain bikers. That broader picture and reaching the entire community, not just those that we're used to sharing the love and stoke of two-wheeled fun with. Yeah.